Good morning, it's MisterMiceGuy, and this is day 19 of Dopamine's litter, and things are going to be crazy again today, but we are going to give it a shot. The pups are very energetic now. They're super energetic and then they just kind of chill, but it's okay. I'm okay with them chilling. They will be. They'll get crazy in a second. Don't worry. And I was thinking, I might just put Dopamine up here too. Just see how that is from a video filming kind of perspective. Oh, I guess she went back into the home cage, so I guess we'll let her be over to the side. Yeah, wow. Let's see what's going on here. I seem to have lost my brush that I've been using. I don't know where I put it. I should have grabbed that before I started, but I have no idea where it is. But it's okay. We'll just grab something else. Alright, so yeah, so something that's kind of interesting is that I don't really care for the curly fur so much sometimes. But what I do like about it is that when they're adults, it gives their fur a little bit more like texture. And it causes it to stand up a little bit more than if it was a smooth coat. If it's a smooth coat, the hairs all tend to like lay down flat. And so they have like a smoother, sleeker look to them. But because I'm breeding the long hair, I feel like I want the hair to have some more texture and I want it to be like standing up a little bit. Dopamine's hair isn't the best example, but you can definitely see it happening in Dopamine where these hairs are all kind of like standing up. They're not super curly, but they are standing up off the body, giving her some fluff. Whereas if she was just an Angora smooth coat, it would just be like completely smooth to her body. You can see in the R Smooth one here, it's like smooth to the body. The hair's still long, but it's flat. Which I originally I did like that. I do like that, but I think I am gonna stick with the curly hairs. There's some cute stuff going on right here. Yeah. And I just lost my pen again. Where did I put that thing? I'm filming so early in the morning. I film like the first thing I wake up, so I've got like a bed head. My hair is crazy. Not that I have that much hair, but and I'm still waking up when I make these videos. Man. But it takes forever for it to upload to YouTube, so I want to get it done like first thing in the morning. And then I can let it upload, and it'll take as long as it wants to upload, and I don't care. So yeah, I do think I'm going to. So I marked a couple things. So I marked a black one. Originally, the black one that I was thinking of maybe keeping was this one, but now I'm thinking this one. And what I like to do is I like to mark them, and then, so let me take a step back. I like to evaluate them as I'm interacting with them and looking at them, and I like to think, which one do I think is the best, which one has the best coat or the best size or whatever. But sometimes that seems like it's like such a subtle thing that you're looking for that I like to look at them, try to figure out which one I think is the best over a couple days, mark that one, and that way when I'm looking at them kind of casually like this again, I can be like, I think this one's the best. But then you can check the tail and see if it is the same one, or are you picking different ones each time that you think are the best. So I marked this one over here. I marked her as thinking she was the best, and I consistently feel like she's the best, even if I can't see her tail. So that makes me feel like there's something to my evaluation. Whereas if I had picked her and then I kept picking other ones each time, that makes me think that I'm not, like, I don't know, that I'm not really picking up on something. But yeah, I think she's the largest. She's got the widest head and stuff. You can see that there is some length here. But in my opinion, like, so she's probably got a similar length hair as these guys, the smooth coat, but it doesn't look as long. Oh. Everyone is very excited about this over here for some reason. Maybe it's because my hand is on the side. What else? Yeah, today's day 19, so day 20 is tomorrow. What day is it? Today's Sunday. So by Tuesday, technically, they could potentially leave their mother. Yeah, that's just how quick mice grow up. Already ready to leave home. My experience is if you leave them longer, they will tend to continue to nurse. But they should be weaned by Tuesday, or capable of eating solid foods at least. I wonder if they're actually getting better at, like, I don't know, moving or something, because they are not falling off anywhere near as much today as they were the other day or the other days. I know early on in some of the videos I had discussed how Dopamine, their mother Dopamine, and their father, which is Gyrus, are both Texels, but they have different ancestry. They aren't related, and so I was hoping by combining the two lines, there might be some other genetic factors in there that are helping with coat length that are different in each line, and so by combining them, I might get some augmented effect. And so I don't know if I still don't know if that's happened. They do seem like they have good length, but I think that we'll be able to tell in, I don't know, maybe by late this week, early next week, we'll see what their length is like. Yeah, who knows? I mean, if you're selecting for long hair, generally you'd want to select the ones with the longest hair and breed them to the ones with the longest hair. So, I mean, breeding Gyrus and Dopamine together can't be bad for their coat. Like, I mean, like, they've got to have good coat lengths. Even if my idea of having breeding the two unrelated ones didn't produce much of an effect, you would think that just breeding two of them that have good coat length together would be producing some better coat length. Another thing I was thinking about talking about in this video was my kind of breeding philosophy or plans or whatever you want to call it. So something that you can do is line breeding when you breed. So basically you can get the best male that you can find, breed him to a female, the best female that you can find. But the male is more important in this. And so you breed the best male that you can get to the best female that you can get. You keep one of their offspring, and then you breed a female offspring usually, and then breed it back to the male. And you just keep doing that. You could do it the other way. You could breed the son back to the mother, but the reproductive lifespan of the female is shorter. And then also you can only breed one female to one male at a time, but one male can be bred to many females at a time. So generally when you're line breeding, you want to get the male to be the best one that you have. And that way you could breed him to two females, or you could breed him to many generations of his own offspring. Yeah, so that's line breeding. But one of the things that I was thinking of, and I don't know what the name for this is, but it involves inbreeding, it involves line breeding. But basically my thought is that I want to have many mice that are not direct line breeding, but are all being selected for the same traits, but are unrelated. So right now I have 10... I have 10 bins. Actually, I probably have like 60 bins in total, but different kinds. But I've got 10 bins that are being used, and all of the mice that are being paired. Some of them aren't related, although they are all getting increasingly more related. And every time I produce a litter, even if that litter isn't related to another litter, both are being selected for the same traits. And so I'm hoping that we can keep some of the genetic variation while selecting for similar traits like the coat length. So the idea behind this was that, say if you just started with just one male and one female and you wanted to do line breeding, you would lose a lot of genetic variation very rapidly. And the mice would become homozygous for the genes that were in the original male over just a couple of generations. And while that might be desirable in a sense, because you're getting an accumulation of those like long coat genes, it is also undesirable for a couple reasons. Potentially for health reasons, if you're getting homozygous for bad genes, because you wouldn't be just homozygous for the ones that you want, you'd be homozygous for other ones. But also, when you're homozygous, you're losing other versions of genes that might be in the population. And some of those versions that you're losing could also be helping the coat. So I feel like by having a bunch of mice that are all kind of being selected for the same thing, we'll be able to keep some of that genetic variation, keeping some of that genetic diversity in the population, while continuing to select for the same traits in different mice. So that was kind of my idea. That way I could like continue to select, and there might be like different lines of mice might have different genes that would influence their coat length. And we want to accumulate all of those genes into single individuals. And so by selecting a little bit in different litters and different times, hopefully that'll help me produce some good results. That's my idea. That's the plan. But we'll see if that actually works out. Oh, this might be pretty good for filming. Hey. We've got like what do they call it, a Congo line or something? Got one guy who's clueless over here. That's actually female. They walk up my arm faster than I can take them down. All right, I get it. All right. So we've got lots of poop on my little platform here. And yeah, but I guess that's it. Day 19. Let me know what you think of the mice. Which one's your favorite? Yeah, don't forget to check out my website at my website's MisterMiceGuy.com, and my Instagram is at MisterMiceGuy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to come back tomorrow for day 20, and we will see you then.